Alright guys, welcome back to AWMFX. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, no matter where you are. For the past 5 to 6 weeks, I've been sharing a lot of Quasimodo information or Quasimodo trading method with you guys. So if you guys do not know what is Quasimodo, you might watch back some of my videos which I really explain it. The Quasimodo is the advanced supply and demand trading method. So here today, I'm gonna make one important sharing because I felt that today's sharing will clear a lot of doubts about for you guys. And it's not only that, it's the summary of what we should be doing, or it may be a checklist to you. It depends on yourself how you do the checklist. Alright, so let's dive into it without further ado. So first of all, you must ask yourself a lot of questions. Alright, so firstly, you must ask yourself what kind of trend you are trading. Okay, this question applies on two answers also. So first of all, are you trading on a major trend or a minor trend? You need to know that. Alright, because there is a lot of time frame. You cannot say that there is a reversal on a 15 means that there will be a reversal on a bigger time frame. No, it's not necessary to be that way. You have to know you are trading the bigger time frame or the small time frame, because it will give you a more realistic take profit zone. Okay, if you are trading at a bigger time frame and you sniper into smaller time frame, you know that your range of your TP will be bigger, definitely. But if you're trading at a minor time frame, alright, small time frame, you don't expect to get a lot of movement. Alright, so sometimes the risk reward 1 to 4, 1 to 5, maybe sometimes it will go until 1 to 7. It's more than enough. Alright, it depends on your stop loss, your risk. So the second type of question, what kind of trend you're trading, is that you need to identify over here. Either you are trading at the mid-trend, okay, the bullish mid-trend, bearish mid-trend, or the end of the trend, which we all always identify as the QM setup. Okay, the sell QM setup or the buy QM setup. You need to know what kind of trend you are in. You are trading the mid-trend or the end of the trend. So this relies on the second question, because if you're on the mid-trend, alright, you are doing a trend continuous. Whereas if you're at the end trend, you are doing a trend reversal trading. Alright, you need to be clear about this. Then secondly, if you do not know what kind of trend you are doing, most likely you will have your stop loss, or your chart will give you a lot of fake information or confusing or misinformation. Alright, you have to be very clear. So now, if you are trading in the mid-trend, alright, so we call it the trend continuous. What you need to identify? You need to identify, is there any supply or demand happens when it breaks the support and resistance. Alright, so example over here is that, assuming there is a support and resistance over here, then this movement going up, first thing, it must be a clean break. Then when it breaks this area, the high, is there any three type of things? Where is it? That is the bearish engulfing. Either it's not all, it's either bearish engulfing, king, or decision point. Alright, it has to be that. Sometimes you can find only a rally-based rally. That is even better. Alright, if you have a rally-based rally, means that there is a fresh supply and demand zone. So that will be your ultimate area for you to place your entry, and you can know what is your stop loss range so that you can minimize your risk. Alright, so you need to be clear about that. So a lot of time people will ask, is it possible that when the price comes back down, it will have another price action? So what I mean by price action is this. Price action is that the fake out the compression on the diamond. So is it possible there will happen a fake out compression and diamond? Yes, it does. It does sometimes. If you're trading in a major trend, it does happen that. All right, so you have to be very, very clear. You have to be very, very careful on that. So the next one is trend reversal. Trend reversal will be a bit complicated because we are talking about QML. We only focus on QML at this moment. All right, so when there is a QML, you need to identify what? You need to identify whether it's a quick retest, which the left shoulder and the right shoulder range between the heads, it's almost the same. Means that the range from example from here to here, and from the head to the right shoulder, right? The range is almost the same. So this is just an example. So it is the same. This is a quick retest. All right. Then, if it's not a quick retest, then what happened? Okay, we'll talk about quick retest first. So quick retest, what you want to identify, you need to identify same thing as the trend continuous. You need to find the supply or demand that breaks this level. All right, supply and demand that breaks this level, your QML level. All right, you need to find that it's around this area for a quick retest. Okay, so sometimes it might looks like a bearish engulfing or a king, or sometimes it's just a base drop. For this example, it will be a rally base rally. So next, if it's a late retest, QML late retest, that is a bit complicated. So first of all, you need to find the MPL. Remember that not necessarily QML is the area where the price will reverse. No. I already repeat that a lot of times, and a lot of people keep asking me this question. No, QML is not important. It's just a signal to tell you that the possible of reversal trend. That's all. End of the story. So you need to find your MPL, or sometimes you may call it as a SSR, significant support and resistance. What is a significant support and resistance? Where is an invisible area or a line that a lot of price will reject along that area. So that is your MPL. All right, or should I say a place where there is a lot of big banks will hunt your stop loss. That is your MPL. All right, so next you need to know your decision point. Decision point is very similar with your MPL, means that it's almost at the same area. Remember, I'm talking about area, not exact point. It's that area where there is the initial movement. That is the initial movement that breaks the low over here. All right, or for this case, the high over here. That is an initial movement. You need to know. All right, because what we can see, like example I'm drawing here, is simple line, but in exact chart, that is nothing simple. It's a bit complicated. It's like scribbling, right? But you need to be clear if you need to trade. So the initial movement that breaks this low, okay, that qualified as a QML sell setup or QML buy setup, you need to know that is your decision point. And of course, sometimes it may look like a bearish engulfing or a king at bigger time frame. So you do not know that, you must always go back and switch to different kind of time frame to look at it. Then of course, how to trade, we need to identify the price action coming back to the right shoulder. What kind of price action? This is for the late retest. What kind of action? Because this kind of price action will give you very, very good confidence. Not only that, it gives you confidence and confirmation that the big banks is gathering liquidity. It is gathering liquidity before the big fall. So you need to be aware of a fake out, compression, or diamond. All right, when I say or, it doesn't mean it will be one. Sometimes it is mix and match. It can be fake out, then compression, or it may be compression, then fake out, then diamond. It may happen mix and match, and sometimes it may be 2 to 3 fake out, right? You have to be aware of that, because this is the way of how I trade my QML, or advanced supply and demand method. All right, so hopefully I clear a lot of I clear a lot of information for you guys, so that you guys won't get so confused. Do it step by step. Ask yourself a lot of this kind of question. All right, if you guys still have any more problem, please do post your question at the comment section below. And if you guys know about my Facebook page, the AWMFX, I do post a lot of I'll post a lot of tutorial for you to think, for you to brainstorm yourself. Okay, you must ask yourself a lot of questions. Okay, but however, I do also review the answer. All right, so hopefully you guys learn a few tricks or tips about what I have shared today. And if you guys really like my video, please do give me a like and subscribe to it. So in the future, I'll be telling you about how to incorporate other type of method into this advanced QML. So example here is that I have two, is the trend line. First of all is the trend line, then second is the Fibonacci. And of course, I will explain bit by bit how to draw the trend line first, then how to put it into the chart with your supply and demand. And same with Fibonacci. I will show you what is a Fibonacci. I'll explain from head to toe every single thing to you. Then only I'll tell you how you incorporate with your QM level. But of course, that is optional. Alright, optional. If you're comfortable without using those two methods that I mentioned, it's okay, as long as you know what you're doing. Always control your risk reward ratio, and trade safe, don't trade emotionally. So I see you guys next time. Bye.